how can you really pick Adesanya to beat Pereira? I just don't understand what people see in that. Like,
Yeah.
you look at the fight, first round was very close. I think Pereira was winning the first round until Adesanya dropped it or wobbled him. Second round, Pereira won. Third round, Pereira was winning until he exchanged and he tried taking Izzy down and Izzy reversed it, which was very stupid of Pereira. Pereira isn't used to grappling like that. And in the fourth round, Pereira, it's another grappling exchange, and Izzy just gassed him out, And then the fifth round, Pereira finished him. So I think Pereira is a bit more doesn't engage in those grappling and just makes it a kickboxing fight and just finishes him within the first 2 rounds. I honestly see. I think he could. I don't know if he should go super aggressive. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the best game plan. I think he could break out Adesanya over the top over the rounds also. So I think you see what pace Izzy does, but you are willing to blitz forward a bit and be a bit aggressive because I think that would terrify the fuck out of Izzy at this point. So I think it's gonna be a third round finish. I'm thinking second or third, but I think the third round. I think uh Pereira's gonna win the first round. Adesanya will have a better second round, but I think Adesanya maybe get a little bit too confident and then gets finished in the third round. So that's kind of how I see the fight going. A bit slower first round. Second round, Adesanya start doing well, and then third round, Pereira finish. How do you see this fight going?
I think that we're going to see a very similar Alex to Pereira in this fight. I think he's going to be very patient. He seems to have a good gas tank. He's going to be ready for the takedowns. And I think the mistake he made was blitzing forward on
Yeah,
Adesanya. And
first
I
round.
think that that's the last thing that he should do because a patient Alex Pereira can check your leg kicks. He
Mm.
can slowly but surely break you. And he was eventually able to set up the left hook. And I think the left hook's going to come easier this time. And
Yeah,
I just feel like he shouldn't force the issue. He should fight his fight. He should be a patient killer. I mean, moving forward and blitzing Adesanya is a big mistake. That's where Adesanya does his best work. And Adesanya probably has the speed advantage. So I think a patient Pereira wins the fight. And it'll only be a matter of time before he really gets the KO and just let himself get settled into the fight. And I think that's what allows him to get it done. I'm going to pick a third round KO as well, maybe a second or third round KO. I think Izzy's not really going to have a moment where he rocks
no,
Pereira. I think they're just going to be going back and forth, and it's going to be close. That's what I think.
yeah. The reason I say maybe he should blitz forward a little earlier is I think Izzy's gonna be terrified in there. Honestly, like we saw Usman, we saw how scared, how tentative Usman was in this fight, and I know Adesanya didn't get knocked out as bad as Usman did, but at the same time, Adesanya, this is a guy who Adesanya lost to 3 times, got finished by twice. So I think we are going to see a tentative Adesanya, and I think if Pereira marches forward aggressive, I don't think Adesanya is counter. I think Adesanya is gonna be scared shitless. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I don't think it's gonna really haunt him again this time, like it did in the first round of the last fight. But again, though, if Pereira keeps it slow, if fights his fight, he does still beat Izzy. You know what I mean? He still will beat Izzy because over time, Izzy will break down. Izzy, we know, is great for his kicks, and Pereira is checking all those kicks. Like, so I mean, boxing wise, Pereira's way better at boxing than Adesanya. So I think terrible match for Adesanya. I think Pereira will get the third round finish, but at the same time, like the longer the fight goes, the worse it is for Izzy at this point. Like so, I don't think Izzy will have much. I think Izzy will try to grapple. Actually, that's what I think. I think Adesanya will go for some takedowns, will try to engage in some clinch work. I don't think it's work though. I think Pereira's gonna be preparing for that. Has been preparing for that after the last fight, and he's been working with Glover full time. And I think he's not gonna Adesanya's not gonna be able to take him down. Like when has Adesanya ever like been able to take people down like just by shooting? Like not really much. So other than versus Pereira. So yeah, I don't I think it's gonna be a striking battle. I think Adesanya won't be making a mistake too by trying to get into the ground too, because I think it'll gas him out a bit too. Also, since these wrestlers, these strikers who try to wrestle, they're not used to that, so they're gonna get a bit more tired. So I think Adesanya would be making a mistake actually for that. So I think Pereira third round finish, but again, if it's late, like the longer it goes, the worse it is for Izzy. So and
I
Izzy
agree.
isn't the champ anymore. So they're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt like they did against Whitaker. You know what I mean? So like,
They might give him the benefit of the doubt if it
will
goes
they
a
though?
decision.
I mean, they didn't give Usman the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but the UFC loves Izzy. They love
They
Izzy.
liked
They want him
Usman a
to be
lot
champ.
too.
Not as much, dude. Izzy's a much bigger star.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think, but again, like, I mean, why did he beat Whitaker? Because those leg kicks. Like, I don't think he's landing those on Pereira. So I
The
think
thing is, they really never gave Usman the benefit of the doubt. It's not like Usman's ever won a robbery.
that is true. I mean, Colby, those fights were very close.
Nah,
I think
he
he
got
beat them.
finished and then he got beat for 3 rounds
I
and
mean,
dominated in the second. He did not at all
mm,
deserve to have even a draw. Like Usman never had a controversial win. Izzy's had multiple.
Izzy, I mean, I think he lost to Whitaker the second time. I don't necessarily know if he's getting something like that again, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they'll give him that much of a benefit of the doubt again. Um, and Pereira, I mean, again, like I just think Izzy has a lot of his success with these leg kicks and stuff, and just kicks overall. I just don't think it's gonna really work with Pereira. So I think Pereira is gonna absolutely school him, you know, and embarrass Izzy, knock him out cold, and
So
send
you
these
think it's going to be
those
a domination, a one-sided
No, I mean, I
beatdown?
said Izzy. I said Izzy will have a better second round. I think Pereira's going to win the first round. I think it's going to be a bit slow, but I think Pereira's going to get the first round. I think second round, Izzy's going to have a better round. I think it's going to be more of a swing round. Like some judges may have it Pereira, some judges may have it Izzy. And I think the third round, Adesanya is going to get caught. So, but again, like I just think that a matter of time, even if it doesn't happen in the third round, like it's going to happen at some point. You know what I mean? Like especially without the grappling success that Izzy had in the last fight. Like I think he's gonna get caught no matter what by a left hook, right hand, anything. You know, I think Pereira's also gonna be way bigger in the cage. Izzy's best bet is just like hoping that Pereira had a bad weight cut. That's his like only best bet, and just like get a knockout. That's kind of his only chance of really winning, in my opinion. So yeah, I got Alex Pereira by third round knockout.